General Hospital spoilers reveal that General Hospital, one of the icons of American television, is at risk of being overshadowed by its own glorious past. While in previous years, GH kept viewers on the edge of their seats with unexpected twists, profound inner battles, and complex but emotional family and love connections, now, stagnation is spreading like a slow disease. Storylines drag on without resolution, the main characters are lost in situations lacking focus, and viewers are growing tired of waiting for something to happen, only to find that nothing truly changes. Many storylines that once had explosive potential have been slowed to the point of losing their appeal. Secrets that have been kept for too long no longer excite the audience. Repetitive emotional loops for the characters, half-baked relationships, and drama that lacks psychological depth are making many feel that GH is living off the breath of its history rather than creating a future. Ironically, just as the audience is losing faith, new, crazy storyline is quietly taking shape, one that has the potential to become a ticking time bomb for the revival of the entire show. Based on recent signs, GH is hiding a dramatic plot involving power manipulation, secret identities, and dangerous enemies plotting to undermine the hospital from within. If executed correctly, this could be the opportunity for a shocking twist that shakes the entire Port Charles town. However, the biggest problem lies in the fact that the plan to revive GH is suffering from the same stagnation it is trying to fix. The writers seem to be caught between pleasing longtime fans, who are familiar with the classic tropes, and modernizing the show to fit current storytelling trends. As a result, there are a series of half-baked stories, lacking climaxes or resolutions at the right time. Characters with great potential like Ava, Drew, Willow, and Geo are stuck in unclear storylines, while veteran characters lack space to develop emotional depth. This creates a paradox. GH has all the essential elements for success, talented actors, a rich historical backdrop, and a loyal fanbase, but lacks the decisiveness to use them effectively. Recent episodes seem to be going in circles, repeating old elements without creating the sense of a breakthrough or turning point. In this context, if General Hospital wants to truly revive, it needs a real push, a shocking event, an unexpected betrayal, or a horrifying truth that can change every relationship. The story of Brennan and his sophisticated manipulation, the secrets surrounding Donna and Carly, or the power struggle at GH, all are great seeds. But if they aren't allowed to sprout, the audience will continue to fall into a state of indifference, which is the ultimate downfall for any long-running show. The audience doesn't expect GH to return to its glorious past in its entirety. They just hope that the show will have enough courage to step into a new era, with powerful, bold, emotionally rich stories that dare to take risks. Because if not, the stagnation of today could silently be the farewell to a once glorious TV legacy. And at that point, Port Charles will no longer be the town of miracles, but merely a shadow of what once was a legend. General Hospital is in a clear phase of stagnation, not just in its script structure but also in how it handles key characters. While viewers are increasingly expecting exciting twists, genuine emotions, and deep inner conflicts, many current storylines are testing their patience to the limit. What's more troubling is that this stagnation doesn't come from a lack of talent or material but from the show getting bogged down in dull plots, lack of progression, and offering no real value to the overall flow of the series. It's time for GH to either eliminate or drastically restructure what is causing viewers to feel exhausted, including the storyline surrounding Geo, Drew, and Ava. Geo, introduced as a fresh factor with the potential to connect old and new generations, has a blood relation to Lois Cerullo and Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, two beloved characters. Initially, he created a sense that he could be a long-term character with many intriguing directions. However, since his introduction, Geo has been trapped in an unnecessarily prolonged storyline, identity secrets, vague suspicions, and endless hints about his biological parents. Scenes focused on hiding or avoiding the truth have become all too familiar, causing the character to lose the freshness he once had. The audience can't empathize with a character they can't see any real pain, desire, or clear goal. If GH doesn't give Geo a breakthrough moment, such as uncovering a secret in a painful moment or publicly confronting someone who has hidden the truth, then this character will have no reason to exist. Meanwhile, Drew has become a prime example of a character-building mistake. Once expected to be a symbol of calm, reason, and moral integrity, Drew has now become rigid, inflexible, and somewhat artificial. His relationship with Willow, which was hoped to open up a new, mature, and healing chapter, has instead become one of the least engaging storylines at the moment. There's no real conflict, no memorable inner struggles, just long-winded dialogue, lacking emotion, and completely devoid of the necessary tension to engage viewers. Pairing Drew with Willow has also made both characters feel lost in a story where they don't need each other to develop. In fact, Drew's connection to Nina, if explored correctly, could become a tool to break through all the artificiality and reignite the stagnant relationship between him and Willow. But sadly, everything remains at the suggestion stage, never truly reaching action. Then there's Ava, once one of the most dynamic and compelling characters on General Hospital, now trapped in a storyline that is so absurd it's disappointing. Ava, who once dared to face the most ruthless forces, who survived through terrifying ordeals, is now spending a series of scenes complaining about financial problems, meeting with accountants, cutting expenses, and borrowing money like a lost businesswoman. What happened to the woman who dared to deceive Cassadine, loved with the intensity of survival, and betrayed without regret to protect herself and her loved ones? Turning Ava into a passive victim of financial loss not only lacks conviction but also strips away the very essence that made her so irresistibly captivating. Fans don't want to see Ava weak, they want to see Ava fight back, rise from the ashes with her familiar fiery spirit. The troubling thing is that all three characters, Gio, Drew, and Ava, are contributing to dragging the pace of the show down, diluting the necessary tension of a soap opera that once thrived on conflict and secrets. These dull storylines not only disappoint but also affect the characters around them. No one wants to see a weak Ava overshadowed by irrelevant supporting characters. No one wants Drew to take up screen time without any psychological or behavioral development. And no one can continue to wait for Gio to accidentally discover a secret the audience already figured out long ago. It's time for General Hospital to act decisively. Either rewrite these storylines with stronger content, clearer conflict, and more genuine emotion, or end them to make room for new plots that have the potential to captivate the audience's heart. Viewer patience is not infinite. And with the vast legacy GH has built, viewers want nothing more than to see the show reclaim its rightful glory, starting by letting go of what no longer serves and recreating characters with all the depth they once had. If not, Port Charles will no longer be the town of intricate schemes and deadly love, but just a place of meaningless conversations, forgotten between commercials. General Hospital is gradually preparing for a major breakthrough in the near future, and one of the boldest strategies is welcoming back former cast members, faces that were once synonymous with the glory of Port Charles and living symbols of television history for its loyal viewers. The return of characters thought to have permanently left the scene is opening up a storyline full of potential, while also creating a sense of excitement, anticipation, and even unease for the current lead characters. No longer just casual reunions or polite greetings, this return is on a much grander scale. It's a true shockwave. Characters believed to be dead, missing, or at peace elsewhere are returning with unclear motives, unresolved wounds, and plans that viewers have never seen before. This not only creates a strong sense of surprise but also opens up a host of intriguing new questions. Are they returning for love, for revenge, or to bring secrets that could overthrow the current order of Port Charles? The return of these veteran actors is also a testament to the creative team's efforts to break the stagnation that has weighed down GH's storytelling in recent times. With many plotlines dragged out too long, the film's flow lacking focus, and new characters failing to establish a deep connection with the audience, the reappearance of characters with history, depth, and emotional ties to the audience is a wise move. But what makes it all even more special is that GH is not simply bringing these former characters back to serve as background, they are being given central roles in the major twists to come. These characters could become pivotal in unlocking buried secrets, such as Joe's true identity, the conspiracy within the WSB, or even new clues related to the hidden pasts of familiar names like Sunny, Carly, Nina, or Valentine. A return at the right time, with the right people, could shatter fragile relationships, spark internal conflicts, and drive the drama to new heights. At the same time, General Hospital is taking decisive action in restructuring its storytelling by shifting its focus, eliminating ineffective plotlines, and paving the way for genuine emotional climaxes. Characters that were previously trapped in dull storylines, like Ava in a financial crisis, Drew in a lackluster romance with Willow, or Gio with his long-held secret, will be placed back into deeper scripts or freed to make way for other characters with more potential to explode. It's clear that GH is not hesitating to break old formulas in favor of something bolder, more intense, and even crazier. As these old characters return, scarred by time, facing the new central figures, viewers will witness a generational clash that's both emotional and dangerous. Current characters like Michael, Jocelyn, Christina, and Brooke Lynn won't be able to hold on to their safe positions when faced with the return of old powers, characters whose pasts are tied to things that the new generation doesn't fully understand or isn't ready to face. More than anything, Port Charles, a place already so familiar with drama, betrayal, and unexpected twists, will return to its true essence, a town where nothing is permanent, where the dead can return, where love can turn to hate, and where every decision can shake the whole town to its core. General Hospital is gradually awakening from its long slumber with the very vivid memories that viewers have always loved. But this return is not just about nostalgia, it's a powerful affirmation that GH still has many stories to tell, many sorrows, battles, sacrifices, and passions yet to be uncovered. And if the returning actors bring with them secrets that could flip the current board, viewers might be in for one of the wildest and most compelling seasons GH has created in years. A new shockwave is quietly spreading within the world of General Hospital, and it's not just any typical twist, it's the beginning of a sweeping change that threatens to break down the old structures that have grown stagnant over time. Troubled storylines, hidden secrets, and relationships as tense as a guitar string, all are on the verge of exploding simultaneously, creating an emotional battleground like never before. GH is preparing for a transformation, a change that can't be avoided, and this shockwave is the signal for the opening act. The change is not just about pushing plotlines forward but also about how the show is choosing to break out of safe, stale patterns. Stories that once seemed to drag on forever are now being wrapped up quickly and decisively, making room for sharper, riskier, and more enticing new plots. Characters once stuck in dull conflicts, like Drew, Willow, Gio, or Ava, are being pushed into situations that demand action, choices, and irreversible consequences. In this context, a series of interconnected events will be set into motion, forcing each character to confront the truth, their past, and even the limits of themselves. There's no time to delay. The main characters will be pushed to the edge, where their choices will not only affect themselves but also ripple through everyone else in Port Charles. These are no longer small, scattered plot details. This is a full-scale restructuring, where every little piece will lead to unpredictable consequences. GH's storyline is changing. It's not just a shift, it's a seismic event that will shake the entire system. Relationships once seen as safe will be challenged. Secrets thought buried will be uncovered. Characters who seemed insignificant will rise, or disappear for good. And it's that uncertainty that is driving the story to new heights, to the peak of drama. Viewers will no longer have to endure storylines dragged out unnecessarily. Instead, they will witness a series of events driven by a faster, more decisive pace, full of emotion. Inner battles, uncompromising confrontations, and hidden truths will all be revealed simultaneously. This will not only breathe new life into the show but also redefine how General Hospital tells its stories, richer, deeper, more real, and more daring. With this shockwave signaling a new era, General Hospital is showing that it's ready to step out of its comfort zone, daring to change in order to reignite the passion, excitement, and intense emotions that the audience once loved. And if it's done right, this will be a storyline that viewers can't take their eyes off, a true revival, where each character, each relationship, and each secret has the potential to reshape the entire future of Port Charles.